How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, Candace Owens always deliver. She guarantees, without even saying it, my royal family, that she is going to make a complete fool of herself. And she is consistently rude, disrespectful, and Candace, I don't know how she view herself, but she is so embedded in the enemy's affairs that she feels like she has to keep that torch flaming high. And when I was listening over to Lisa's channel about this, I said I got to get deeper into this, because I want to hear what comes out the horse's mouth. And I got one of them bonus videos, my royal family. I got a bonus. I ain't said that in a while. And she's not smooth. She's not brilliant. She's very raggedy, and she feel like she's entitled that she can do what the enemy do and get on the world stage and say whatever and not be held accountable. Not at all. And many folks have propped her up, especially the enemy, and they given her the illusion that she can say whatever the fuck she want to say. And she gonna cross that line like Paris Denard did, and she gonna get a nigga moment. And when she get her nigga moment, it's gonna be on the world stage. Now, she done got a few, but it's gonna be one of them that touch her core. She acts like she's Teflon and she can let shit fall off. But when her white daddy or mama don't approve of this Condolette's bullshit, that's when it's gonna start touching her. And she just recently got married to the beast. So that pink, pasty, white penis, she feels superior at this point. So Candace, we're gonna go on this journey. I'm going to point out some things, and I'm gonna drag your ass, and then we got a bonus video, my royal family. Oh yeah, hang around for it. So, title: T.I. to Candace Owens. When was America actually great? Rowdy debate for Revolt TV. Don't they got a nerves to call a debate rowdy? And when Trump was first running for office, he was having KKK Trump rallies. That's exactly what that was. And those people were being true to their nature. They like to get in a room and have a shindig and beat on each other's ass. And I didn't hear nobody call them rowdy because they had differences of opinions. So let's get into this first video.
Yes, what time? It was. Yes, let me ask you. Please answer this. Please answer this. I have a question. Wait. Please just allow me just one outburst. Please. I have a question. When you say make America great again, which period are we talking about? The period when women couldn't vote? The period when we were hanging from trees?
I'll answer.
Or like the crack era? Which period in America are you trying to make America like?
So I actually think that I would totally rock a hat right now that said make Black America great again. Because Black America.
Make America. We're talking about make America. That wasn't the question.
I am answering your question.
Which period was America great that we're trying to replicate? Which era was it? Tell me.
I think I'll answer your question.
I'm
ready to answer your question.
Which era was it?
What?
Which era was so great?
Here's the thing that you guys are forgetting. America was actually one Slavery was all over the world. All over the world. America was, I'm not saying it's okay, so why are you saying, oh?
Amen.
America was one of the first countries.
I want to like you so bad. Because you're so smart. I want to like you so much.
I want to hear you. I want to be able to hear them. I want to be able to hear them.
If I can't answer the question and you're just going to boo when I say slavery was all over the world, which is a fact, why are you booing a fact?
Because you're making light of.
No, I'm not.
You're making light
I
of
haven't
the
gotten to my points.
enslavement
I'm not
of
making...
people that look like us. You can't make light of that. That ain't nothing
I
you
haven't
breeze
even
over.
finished the sentence. How am I making
You
light of
started
anything?
with some bullshit.
Okay.
So, Candace, hold on, wait.
We can be emotional,
Candace,
we can
wait,
boo, you can cheer, but I'm telling you right now, the black vote is not going to matter after the next about 5 years if you don't start paying attention to what I'm saying to you. Because I'm trying to tell you guys the truth.
Candace,
the absolute truth about what is happening in black America. You are being used, abused, and lied to and manipulated emotionally by the Democrat Party. That is what I am here to tell you. You want to keep uprising and talking about racism when they're taking our fathers out of the home, when they're making
said that already.
No.
We got you.
Because we're seeing it happen right here. Right here. I'm telling you it, and you're being responsive because I can't finish a sentence about what I was going to say about slavery.
Disagree.
Katrina.
Everyone in totality
Because you started with some bullshit. Oh, and that's culture, man. That's not intellectual. That's culture.
I need you to come in. I need you to come in because this point is dead. And so I want us to talk about this issue.
All right, my royal family. So, I agree with T.I., and the bitch couldn't answer the question. So, she gonna get loud and start, throwing out shit. That's deflecting. And you know what gets me, my royal family? I'm real sick and tired of these coons who are swirlers. And what they do is get on their high horse and put their finger in the royal family's face. And what gets me also about it is they disdain their own, but they want to be around their own. I didn't encounter so many of them. No. Once you have made your choice, you can't straddle the fence. You stay your ass with the motherfucking enemy, Candace, and do what you do best on your motherfucking knees. But I'd be damned if you or any other of these motherfucking coons, because you got 2 extra pennies than me, and think you gonna come to the black community because you living in a different world, and you getting treated some kind of way, and you feel like you have arrived, and you really think you are superior because you mingle with the motherfucking beast. You got me fucked up, Candace. And if this pertains to y'all ass and you feel some kind of way, I don't give a fuck. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Because I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it raw. And I'm going to keep it core. I'm sick of people like her. And what she's doing is she's trying to bluff and fake it till she make it. But they want to waltz in and out. But see, I blame us. Even giving the bitch a voice. If I could control the narrative, that bitch would not be a part of that panel. Because we already know what she on. And sometimes people like to bring people like her in to stir the pot, to get the audience revved up. No, I'm not playing. I don't got time for that because she ain't trying to do nothing. She just picking up shit here and there. It's obvious the bitch don't study anything. She doing what Trump do. Catch something on TV here and there, hear a couple of little talking points, and then try to fake it. No, you can't fake it with the royal family. We feel. We're vibrational. We feel a motherfucker. We look you in the eye and see where you really coming from. So as we continue on, my royal family, I have a bonus video. Now, what we're going to get into is some more bullshit and some more ass cooning. I'm going to call it for what it is. Now, I'm going to always, even if I disagree with a motherfucker, if they are saying something that resonate, I will say, okay, yeah, they right on that. But that does not change my personal opinion about the overall fuckery and coonery. And this is what we're going to get ready to watch right here. We're going to listen to Killer Mike's fat ass coon.
Stop it. Stop. Everybody hush. Hush. And listen, because I'm about to give you the secret to what the fuck y'all are witnessing. What you niggas, N-E-G-U-S of the royal kind, and niggas, N-I-double-G-S, what y'all are seeing right now are free people arguing over who got the best master. Oh yeah. So, we're going to go back to silent. Let's register this shit back down. We're going to lock this back down. So, I'll tell you when America was great. 7 years after the ending of the Civil War.
Exactly what
Hold, Candace, because you didn't give the comment, so you weren't prepared for that one. No, but that's not to jump on Candace, because again, I'm disagreeing with my friend. 7 years after the end of Civil War, blacks within 7 to 15 years accumulated over 15 million acres of land. Hold on, before we get to clapping, because the niggas bought some shit. Black people were the only skilled labor in there. So if it was welding to be done, iron bending, cotton picking, it was black people. So instantly, your value became more. And Candace has a point. The point that she made about illegal immigration affecting you is that it's going to affect you at some point. Why? If the Kegel Chicken Factory is hiring illegal immigrants at an undercut on the rate, it affects the black people who live there who should be demanding $20 an hour because they're being undercut. So when they get wiped out, they have to hire blacks, pay them, and unionize. So she's right on that. But hold the fuck on, I'm not finished. You have to remember that people who look like you immigrate too. So before you widely say, fuck them all, remember, America is always going to have a slave class. And if illegal immigrants or legal immigrants will not be the lowest paid workers, those in prison will be, and that always ends up looking like one of their sons. So it circles back around. So that's why people who are black, who are from two different plantations, got to get the fuck away from massa long enough to say, how are we going to burn down both their fucking houses? Now, this is my thought. This is my thought. I don't care if you destroy the Republican or Democratic Party, because at one time, blacks were Republicans. And you dominated those 7 years after the Civil War. You were Republicans. You had more blacks in the House and Senate than you do now, and you dominated your own economic communities. You did that as Republicans. As Democrats, you did the same in cities like Atlanta. You failed in other cities. But the most important thing is self-organizing. By the time we get to a candidate, we should have a list that says white man, white woman, these are our demands. You can meet them and get our vote, or not, and we're going to stay home and crochet and make collard greens. But what you cannot do is continue to argue over who is the best master. I don't give a fuck if it's Trump, Obama, your mama, my mama. What the fuck do you have for me and my community? Now, if you do not, and if you stop playing, oh, I'm going to say the snazziest shit to each other on stage, I'm going to show that motherfucker, this is going to be a quotable, and we close up the doors, and we simply say, how do we take the good of what you have, the good of what you have, the good of what you have and you have, how do we shape it into a point agenda to present to every local, state, and national politician. If you cannot meet points on our agenda, we simply can't support you. I like you. I love your casinos, Mr. Trump. I like you, Bernie. I like maple syrup that comes from Vermont. But what do you have for us? Now, when talking about have black people done better, we keep doing better and we keep getting knocked down. We keep doing better and we keep doing knocked down. So I'm going to tell people, this is your homework. Fuck trying to convince you. I want you to go home tonight. I want you to listen to Thomas Sowell. I want you to listen to, hold on, I got you coming. You look, my nigga. All right?
Yes.
So,
Right there.
I want you to listen to Walter E. Williams.
Yes.
I want you to listen to Antonio Moore. I want you to listen to Yvette Carnell. I want you to listen to the economic strategy of Elijah Muhammad and Marcus Garvey. I want you to listen to the political strategy of Stokely Carmichael. I need you to get on your study and prove yourself worthy shit, because I'm tired of arguing who got the best master. You are already free. Now, nigga, act like it. Do your research. Do your research and decide what's best for you, because what's best for us in Atlanta was a black man who said, okay, I'm the mayor now. You want to do business with Atlanta, meaning you want to have an opportunity zone. 29% of all government contracts had to be attached to black people. When he found out that there were no black architectural firms, he said, black people build driveways, we can build airport runways. So he gave the white architectural firms the rights to build the airport. The fucking Herman Russell Company laid the plane. So my thing is, as black people, how are we going to get in the room together, stop fighting over who's master, decide what our agenda is and how to leverage it? I don't care who agrees with Cap or JD or Jay-Z. I care that black people as a whole showed up to work that day. What if nobody would have showed up to work? What if everybody said, you know what, fuck it, my nigga? What if everybody on the same day would have done that? If everybody, every policeman, every beer salesman, every car parker, every NFL analyst would have not showed up. Until we're ready to do that, we're not serious about being free.
That's real.
You just here to see a show and argue over who got the best master. Until we decide what is the real breaking point. If blacks are 15% of this nation, we should be 15% of Wall Street. We should be 15% of music execs, 15% of Hollywood execs, 15% of governors, 15% of mayors. And until you hit that 15%, you're failing, fucking failing, no matter who your master is. So pick a better master. I say kill your masters and get your own shit.
All right, my royal family. First and foremost, the talking points, some of the talking points, I do agree with Killer Mike. But Killer Mike, you full of shit. You over there supporting Bernie Sanders. And I heard you a few weeks ago on Antonio's channel and double talking and shit because Bernie Sanders, he done already let the royal family know how he truly feel about ADOS, cut the motherfucking check. And all that hard talking and trying to talk ghetto and my niggas and all of that kind of stuff, you still being emotional. Now, we some great speakers, my royal family. Many of us is. But what we lack is we don't invest in ourselves. Because at the end of the day, what they are saying is they trying to get massa to let them get their pinky toe in the door, basically. And this was foretold. We was told to separate. And even out of our captivity, we still talking the same thing because we trying to get white males to relinquish their power. They not gonna do it. They not gonna do it. We are in a true war, and I ain't never heard of a peaceful war. And I'm not going to let nobody slide. I don't care who it is. So with all that hard talk, Killer Mike, first your fat ass need to lose some weight. You was rude and you was disrespectful because you trying to control the narrative. On top of that, you got your hidden ass agendas too, and you ain't looking good at all. This old motherfucking relic, you know, I played that video, and we heard what he said about black folks. But see, our folks have the ability to shut shit down in their psyche. But trust and believe, when the person look like you and I, we ready to go at each other's motherfucking throats. We have to be real about what's really going on. Now, I seen a number of celebrities in the audience. Those celebrities got enough capital where we can literally start buying our own towns. And I'm not just looking for celebrities and people that make that type of money to just invest. All of us need to invest. And that's something that we just not willing to do. So it goes back to what KD was talking about. You trying to beg for what little crumbs that you can get off of Lucifer's plate and the side effects to that. And it's not for us to even be a part of this or anything. We need to continue to separate because we know what's prophesized. We seeing it happen in real time. We are living in some times that I had said about 2 years ago that everything that we would see would be in biblical proportions. But we can't keep doing the same redundant shit. The same redundant shit. That meeting should have been about what we can do. And fuck them candidates. Like I said, there's some money swirling around up in there. Let's have a real ass business meeting. Because all that shit that Killer Mike is talking, still at the end of the day, you begging for massa to let you in a little bit. And then you start talking about we 15% of the population. We not that. We well over that. Well over that. Well over that. They've been using that shit for centuries. That shit been played out. You know, and these candidates, they gonna use what they gonna use because they only want your vote. But we should still, because there is a debt that is owed to us, to demand from this country that they need to cut the motherfucking check. Now, we know that the enemy can't make us whole. Remember that. Don't look at them and put them in a status like they are Yah. They're not. But it's something very spiritual around that, because we are doing a disservice to our ancestors. And we are killing a spirit when we stay hush on things. And we thought if we stay quiet and fully cooperate, that eventually the enemy would treat us equal. No, you got to get out of that slave thinking. We are the only royalty on this planet. And some of us are still conducting themselves like they mere peasants and continue to thinking, I got to go to the source. They don't even got their shit together. So I don't appreciate when people like Killer Mike get up there and speak like that. And yeah, you going to slip in some good shit that makes sense, but it's a bunch of bullshit behind it. Because I'm looking at who you support. I'm looking at the core of things. And I don't know what you are thinking or how you are justifying that. Now, when it comes to Candace ass, she just simply playing. That's all that is. That's play. That's it and that's all. You know, and she wants to get on her high horse and make herself feel some kind of way. And, you know, she feel like she really up on the pedestal because, you know, she got to reduce herself and come down to these damn uncouth black folks. I would not entertain her. I would shun her at every cost. And what our folks really need to be doing, because if I was in that meeting, I would call Killer Mike out. I would tell him straight up, you on some bullshit, nigga. Let's keep this motherfucking shit core. Who are you backing? Now you claim you're good in business. Why we ain't having a true ass business meeting? Why we ain't sitting up here discussing that we need to buy some farms and cultivate our own food and have our own grocery stores and have a chain of these motherfuckers throughout the United States? Because we all gotta eat. Say we just did that and we didn't even depend on the enemy to feed us. Say we just got that one thing done, that we only patronize our own grocery stores. And in turn, in that, we would have to hire people, truck drivers, people to take care of the fields and all of that kind of stuff. Just that one sector. Eventually it will bleed off into other avenues. But in the meantime, sitting up here talking, it's a useless conference. It's useless. I didn't seen these as long as I can remember. And with these when they have these type of summits and all this type of shit like that, what black folks do is get up and see who can out-talk each other and how eloquent we can be and how we can manipulate words and all of that. We damn good at it. I'm one of the best. I know you is too. We good at that because we don't want to be slipping. We always want to look good and we want to make sure our words flow. But what's really behind it? I'm not a person that just talk. I keep saying I live 80% of what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to point out what I do behind the scenes. And the few people that I am close to on YouTube know I ain't fake. They know it. You can't get no more realer than me. I fully believe in investing in the royal family. And I was like this way before they had all this shit. Because I was trained like that. But it's hard to do shit when only a few will do it because we acting funny. And you want one person to just keep digging out their ass. So you need to find somebody, one or two people or just your family alone, and start your own damn business and invest in your own damn self. And if it take you to have to save every motherfucking penny, do that. And I do that. Every fucking penny. If I see a penny on the ground, I will pick that motherfucker up and put it in the bank. Get you one of them 5-gallon water bottles and start having them royals collect. You fill one up with mixed change, you damn near got $2,000. There's a way to do it. We done came this far. But having all this bullshit is a waste of our time. That's why I don't even watch shit like this. Because I know what it's all about. We must keep it real, raw, and core. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.